Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream. First stream after the big world tournament weekend. How are you all doing here today? Just getting the old boosts used up here for the daily stuff. The music is slightly louder than usual. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Beans. We had a very interesting World Tournament weekend. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Shout out to everyone who came through. Question we are all still wondering is who is Ningen's can of beans. I know, right? Who knows? We had a lot of discussion about baked beans. We got a new baked beans emote. But yeah, lots of great support from lots of great supporters over the weekend. It was all very much appreciated. I ended up streaming on Sunday for 15 hours. I started at 4 PM UK time on Sunday afternoon, and I finished and went to bed just after 7 AM on Monday morning. Technically yesterday morning. Went to bed at 7 AM, or just, well, by the time I got into bed, it was nearly 7:30. But then I had to set an alarm for 9, an hour and a half later, to get up, because I knew that's when they were going to post the Ultra Villain God Vegeta details. So I had to get up after another half an hour, record that info video, and then go back to bed. And then, yeah, ended up sleeping till nearly 2:30 in the afternoon. But then with all that talk of it over the weekend, we then ordered English breakfast. So I had some beans. And then, yeah, we just had kind of a chill, obviously still very tired, like had a chill afternoon, watched some TV, and then I was in bed by 10 o'clock. So now we are back to normal, at least somewhat, as normal as I can get, I suppose. And yeah, we are here for the early stream. Now, I'm going to assume that unless it happens in the next, like, hour, probably isn't going to be a data download today. But, because we weren't too sure with the details getting posted yesterday. It's either going to be data download today or tomorrow. However, there might be Easy 8 info today if they're going to drop Easy A's at the same time as the banner. Because obviously the big problem with the crossover team is that as it stands currently, even if you pull Vegeta, Xeno Trunks and Mira and Toa, like the crossover team doesn't function, right? It needs those Easy A's and stuff. So until we know exactly what that's going to be, there's a data download later. Oh, right, yeah, because there's also the JP maintenance as well. Because are they both at the same time, or are they... Because JP and Global are getting 2 different version updates from what I saw. I'll have to double check it in the menu, because yeah, we do have a maintenance update thing in the news. Yeah, I was literally doing the Ginyu Force Link level stage earlier, and I died because of this SR Awakened Kid Buu. First time I've died on the quest stage, like Link leveling, for a long time. Right, yeah, where was it? Maintenance is scheduled for Wednesday 22nd. Okay, so there's maintenance tomorrow morning. Oh, that's good. I didn't even realise that when I made my schedule, because, yeah, I haven't put in an early stream tomorrow, which is funny because I wouldn't be able to do an early stream tomorrow morning because the maintenance is literally going from 7 AM until 10, and I usually stream from 8 until 10. So yeah, the maintenance is basically the same time this stream is, although technically it would have been started an hour back. But basically, when I normally early stream in the morning, tomorrow is when the global maintenance is. To update to 6.0.5. So yeah, maintenance tomorrow. So let me double check when the JP maintenance is. JP. Is there a thing in here? Server maintenance notice. Yeah, so it's the same day, Wednesday. But yeah, so theirs is at 1 AM until 9 AM. Geez, so JP has an 8-hour maintenance. But their maintenance finishes an hour before the global one. So that means we should know by 9 AM tomorrow. We'll have all the data download details. I can confirm Pragmata as a goated game so far. Capcom's cooking. Even has an RE Easter egg in classic Capcom fashion. Nice. Yeah, that is a very Capcom thing to have references to other games and stuff. Even in Requiem, as like serious it is, as Requiem is, the fact that there's like a tofu reference, Resident Evil 2, it's quite funny. But yeah, so there won't be any... Seems like there won't be any data download or anything like that today. But like I say, there may be news for like Easy A's or something at 9. Because if the maintenance / data download is tomorrow, and then the unit releases on Thursday morning, this is going by my time, then the normal news cycle thing is that the Vegeta details wouldn't have been revealed until today. Now, maybe they did them early because they announced them at Battle Hour, so then they obviously just revealed the details like 12 hours later or whatever it was. But, like I say, that does mean there could be some other thing getting announced, like the Easy A and stuff like that, because... it was with the Piccolo thing. When they revealed LR Piccolo, they revealed the physical Goku and Piccolo Easy A details like an hour later. So it's slightly different still, but... But yeah, either way, we could see something announced in 50 minutes. I'm hoping that it's going to be an announcement to do with Easy A's or a Super Easy A or something.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, like apart from we were talking about people just being weird or whatever, but like I've seen some good reviews and stuff for Pragmata so far. I mean, we saw the trailer for it way back on one of those like state of play things, and thought it looked pretty good, but. But yeah, unless it's something that I have been like, you know, properly like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out. Like, I don't regularly buy like brand new full price games much anymore. Because it is 50 quid on Steam. It looked quite actiony in the first trailer, because is it like sort of like Dead Space but a bit faster paced, like. Expecting the Xenoverse Easy A's. Imagine if Golden Week is a Broly movie and they give us Super Sentai Broly Super Easy A. That'd be great. Yeah, we just need them. We just need, because this is the thing, people are complaining about Vegeta having the crossover allies thing. Like, they just need to give us loads of crossover stuff. Easy A, Super Easy A, like all of that stuff. So that the crossover team is good. Because yeah, it's like hopefully they will come through, because I made this post yesterday, right? It's like, why are people getting so fixated on the, oh, he needs crossover allies, the crossover team sucks right now? It's like, well, yeah, but we're literally just about to start a crossover celebration. And the thing is, in the past, we could definitely be apprehensive about this, but they just did. That literally just did. It's the celebration that's just finishing now. They literally just did the Saiyan Saga celebration, where they rebuilt the entire team in that one celebration with all the EZAs and all the new units and stuff that came out. So, like, surely if they're releasing a new character that is entirely based around having crossover allies, then they're obviously going to release a load of new crossover stuff. Like, they just did it with the Saiyan Saga, so why would we not expect them to be doing it with the crossover team as well, right? So I'm not too worried about how the team's going to end up looking by the end of the celebration, but we don't know exactly. Yo, Punctual G, the data download, it seems like it probably will be tied into the maintenance tomorrow. Because, yeah, there won't necessarily be like a normal data download in the sense that like there often is, where the game is just running fine and then all of a sudden it comes up that there's a data download. It will probably just be, there's maintenance on both versions tomorrow, so Vegeta is easily top 3. I'm not sure about it, how good he is for some of the stuff that I've seen, but people can't seem to agree or decide like whether he gets that 300% defense every turn. Because if he does, then he's like probably insane. But I feel like it doesn't work like that, but I'm not sure. AGL Bardock doesn't have a crossover thing, does he? Because isn't it the Bardocks that are on crossover are like it's just the Super Saiyan 3 one. No, the Super Saiyan ones that aren't the Dokkan Fest. Oh no, the AGL Dokkan Fest one is a crossover character. I always forget that he's actually a crossover unit. Which is weird, because it's from a movie, technically. Well, it's not a movie, it's like an OVA, but yeah, him and Child are on crossover. The LR isn't a crossover character, though. Because the LR is like a Dokkan story original one, so he doesn't have crossover. Yeah, AGL Bardock won't be good on the crossover team because he needs low-class warriors. Goma can get 150 attack and defense every turn. I don't see it being a stretch for it. Well, it's 300%, isn't it?
All right, let's do this.
I mean, we'll have to see it in game, I guess, but yeah, if it is, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, I can't remember what. Let me find Proton's actual thing. Yeah, so Truth posted a thing saying if God Vegeta 300% defense triggers every turn, usually it's a one-time buff. But God Vegeta does not have the yellow #1. And then Proton retweeted it saying that would be way too good. The yellow #1 is just a visual representation of the skill being able to trigger only once. The infinity symbol represents 99 turns. An infinity symbol without the 1 just means you can trigger it again after 99 turns. So that means he just gets 300% defense, and then, yeah, that he has 300% defense for 99 turns, and then it would trigger again afterwards. That's according to Proton. So yeah, it's...
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, HL Bardock has a similar thing. And apparently the Int Kid Vegeta has a similar thing, and they don't stack. Hey Preston, how's it going? Yeah, feeling better today. I talked about it on right at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, it was like 7:30 a.m. ish by the time I went to bed. Then I had to get back up again after an hour and a half to record the God Vegeta details. Then I went back to bed, slept until about 2:30 p.m. Yeah, that's how you say that. 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon yesterday. Had a fairly chill afternoon, and then basically just went to bed by like 10 p.m. So back to normal now, or back to business as usual, I should say. I'm not going to need any of the... There are no God Vegeta medals. He's going to have his own Dokkan event, so I wonder what other LR medals he's going to need. Because there are no other God Vegeta medals. The Tech Gods, maybe? Yeah, shout out to everyone who came out and supported during the World Tournament weekend. We're up to 436 members on the channel now. So loads of people out there getting gifted memberships, able to take advantage of the stream chat emotes. Yeah, Vegeta fans eating good this year. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta was a bit disappointing, but the LR Super Saiyan 4s are good. Martian Vegeta's super good. I mean, like, the Saiyan Saga Vegeta is decent. Not like super crazy or anything, but pretty good. Yeah, LR AGL Bardock isn't crossover. I think somebody mentioned that before, but yeah, I was looking at the category list, and yeah, he isn't a crossover character. We only have to do the first fights for our weekly medals things. In Evo medals, yeah, maybe. The thing I'll probably do is I'll just do a bunch of the Vegeta events. We'll do the Blue Evolution Vegeta, we'll do the Tech Gods. And then, yeah, hopefully... I mean, once we have the data download, we'll find out exactly what medals he needs anyway, so then we'll know, but... There's no Fu medals, no, because Fu awakened in the year where... That'd be weird as well. I don't think they'll make him use any of the medals from the Heroes events. Yeah, the AGL Dokkan Fest Bardock is on crossover, but because of the requirements his passive has and stuff, I think that would be a terrible idea to make him a... like to have him on the crossover team, or like to put him on your team. Like, even though he's on the crossover category, he would not be good on that team. I mean, yeah, technically Marseillan Dokkan Fest medals. I guess it doesn't really make sense for him specifically because Marseillan is also like Mira and Toa adjacent, but nothing really to do with Fu. So I mean, it actually doesn't matter, does it? Because the yeah, I didn't realize I had 2 spare copies of this guy and didn't actually have him rainbowed. I'd already link leveled him, but he was only at like 79%. Not that having him rainbow is really worth anything outside of the thing, but yeah, the data download is like it's like packaged with the maintenance. Like there'll be maintenance tomorrow, and then when the maintenance is over, the data download will be included with like as part of the maintenance. So it seems like no data download today, but hopefully we'll get some news of like the potential EZAs. Because this is one of those celebrations where, like, if they drop the Dokkan Fest, like they drop the Vegeta, this celebration's only going to be like a week as well, actually. So to be fair, all the content should basically come out at the same time. Because after a week, it's then Golden Week. So they can't even do that thing where they drop the Dokkan Fest and then the EZAs come out like a week later, because next week will be Golden Week. So all of the content should come out all at the same time. So hopefully we get the EZA's announcement today. Yeah, I saw the thing about the Elden Ring movie. I know it's been going on for a bit. So it comes out in 2 years' time. I saw some people mentioned who are in the cast. I forgot to mention it to Lil Blue, actually, because I know one of them is Nick Offerman, which I think is funny. I don't know who anyone's going to be playing, but they just listed like some of the people that are going to be in it. I do like Nick Offerman. But yeah, that is true. Like, not everything that's great needs a movie, especially games. Like, how do you make a game out of like a Souls game that like potentially takes hundreds of hours to find everything? I mean, to play through, if you just do all the story, then obviously you can do Souls games in a short-ish time. But how do you fit all of it into a movie? Like, be interesting to see how that pans out. But yeah, there's no part 2 LR. Like, literally it's just going to be a 1 week small celebration. So that's why I think we could see the EZA details and stuff today, because like the stuff basically all has to come out on the same day, or at least within like 2 days. Like if the Dokkan Fest drops on Thursday, the EZAs at the very latest and stuff would have to come out on like Monday. But it doesn't make sense, again, especially with how the crossover team is structured at the moment. Like, it doesn't make any sense for them to drop, like, a crossover allies requiring Dokkan Fest LR and then drop no crossover EZAs or anything for another, like, 3 days. So, hopefully, everything just drops on Thursday morning. And then, yeah, we see some crossover EZAs, whether they're heroes or the Xenoverse units. I mean, this got to be the Xenoverse units, right? Obviously, it's annoying because Tech Toa is banned in like every event because she's got a nuking style leader skill, which is stupid. But yeah, it's almost impossible that they don't. It's almost impossible that Gohan Black will appear in any other game before he's playable in Sparking Zero. Because I feel like even if any other game wanted to do it, the Sparking Zero team would just be like, no, like we're doing him first. I thought that's what they should have done at Battle Hours, because everyone expected them to announce like the big DLC thing. They should have announced Gohan Black being a playable character. Because like people would have gone crazy for that as the announcement. I mean, people were still excited about the Sparking Zero thing, but not me. They still, I mean, there is a possibility that they don't EZA the heroes units. They've got the Xenoverse characters. They've got the like characters like Marseillan, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, AGL 21. Like, there's a bunch of crossover characters that could still get EZAs and stuff as part of the celebration, who aren't the heroes characters. It would suck and be very disappointing if they EZA a bunch of crossover stuff and they miss the heroes units again. Well, just remember, Truth didn't say that they can. I saw that tweet, and that's Truth saying that he thinks that if the physical card game can use the heroes units, then maybe Dokkan still can as well. Well, no, it's not even anything to do with animation references. There's still plenty of stuff that Dokkan hasn't used. It's literally a rights issue. Hey, it's no worries, Dylan. Take it easy. But yeah, let me double check, because, yeah, Truth's tweet, because we were talking about it on the stream as well, but... because we said a similar thing, but... what was it that he said? Yeah, it says the DBS card game still doing hero stuff tells me Dokkan probably still has the rights, but we don't know that. Also, saying that they probably still do. The card game, that's the thing, Dokkan's original contract might have been, we have the rights until 2024, so now they don't, and that was why that was the last Hero celebration. The card game might have signed a contract that was, we have the Heroes rights until 2028, and so that's why they can still do stuff, but Dokkan can't. Like, we just don't know what the actual thing is. But yeah, the only information that's out so far is the unit details for Ultra Villain, God Vegeta, Mira, and Toa, and Trunks. I think there might be EZA news or something in half an hour. Predicted April, including crossover, because of Battle Hour. Yeah, I mean, this is funny, right? Like I said before, you guys know I cope for crossover. Every time there's a filler celebration or something, I say, oh, well, what if there's something crossover? But, like, those of you who were here, like, if you know, you know. Like, I literally said, what if, because Battle Hour is going to probably announce the last Xenoverse DLC, what if we get another Xenoverse crossover? Because, yeah, I mean, I know I mention crossover all the time, but this was specifically to do with Battle Hour, and I specifically said, what if Battle Hour gives us a Xenoverse crossover because of Xenoverse, like, stuff being at Battle Hour? And then that's exactly what happened. Right. So let's go. Who are saying we're only getting one Elden Ring movie? They could technically split the story into multiple movies. That is also true, but yeah, box space. There's another thing, wasn't it? You can now buy like infinite box space with stones if you want, or something. With the April Fool's Dokkan Fest, yeah. Yeah, I mean, any time they want to, they could do, in theory, crossover stuff. They just don't usually. For a reason. But yeah, I like the fact that Battle Hour and having the Xenoverse stuff gives them a reason to have the celebration again. Also, I feel like from what I've seen of the comments of people talking about the banner units as well, I feel like people are massively underrating that Trunks. Like, we mentioned it in his comment in the community response video, but like, the fact that he can do loads of different things depending on which slot you put him in and which, like, orbs you pick up with him, I think it's really cool. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be a fun banner unit to use. But oh, great key, Daima Goku, as always. Take it easy, Rebel Rose. But yeah, hopefully he'll be good on the yeah, the guy that rode the boar, yeah, was it Captain someone or General or something? I got stuck on that boss for ages when I was playing it on stream. I can't remember what his name was now. Yeah, the difficulty thing was interesting with the Elden Ring DLC. They basically just, it's a smart way of doing a DLC added into a game that's so old, where like you would obviously think that they could, I don't know if this happened with previous Souls DLCs and that's why they did it, where like if you had a character that was, you know, already at the end game, like you could then just go in and steamroll everything because your character was such a high level. So they purposely added in a thing that like the DLC essentially had its own difficulty, and in order to really fight like the toughest enemies you had to go and collect all of those, I can't remember what they were now, like the shards, but that aspect of it made it really annoying, and then like it kind of flipped it back around so that like once you went and just found all of the things, it then was back to being not easy, I would say, but you could then just go back to like then steamroll everything. So like it didn't really, it only made it real effect like right at the beginning. Commander Gaius, yeah, that's it. Oh boy, that guy. I was on that boss for a while. Yeah, hopefully Easy A or Super Easy A or both news in about 20 minutes. Because like I said, the celebration is going to be a very small, like, it's a very short window. Right, because if we go on to, let me find the hit from last year. Release date, 28th. So last year, Golden Week started like a week from today. So if Vegeta's coming out on Thursday, it's potentially less than a week between Vegeta and Golden Week. So like the Vegeta celebration or the Xenoverse celebration, it potentially isn't even going to last a full week. So we can't expect there to be like huge delays. It's not going to be, you know, banner one day, Easy A's 3 days later, another event 3 days later, like that kind of, because they don't have time to do that. It's only going to be a very short celebration to fit in all the stuff before Golden Week then starts. So okay, that was a lot easier than the last time I ran through that. We haven't had any Battlefield updates since the Garlic Jr. came out, have we? Yeah, I was going to save these until GDC, but I probably will have to cash these in order to summon for Vegeta. That's another 40 stones. It takes me up to 350 at least. Because yeah, there's nothing else in here that's worth getting, is there? But yeah, that's one of the things I said as well. Is like the fact that the new units have that Xenoverse link. Like, 100% the Xenoverse characters are easy-aing. Like, Right, let's find ourselves some Vegeta events that could potentially be used for medals for... I mean, this guy, the Goku, only Goku is on the medal, so I don't know. I think the Tech Gods is a good prediction one because Vegeta's on the medal and is in the god form. That feels like the closest. If you had to say, like, let's pick one of the old medals, like old Vegeta medals to give this new god Vegeta, I feel like that's a big one, right? That's a big candidate for one that should be included. Because obviously he's going to have his own Dokkan event, so he's going to have... The TUR Awakening is going to be 35 of those medals, and then the LR Awakening will be another 35 of those medals, but also something else. I don't know what exactly, so... God Vegeta medals. Someone said the Blue Evolution Vegeta medals. I guess it could be the STR one or the INT one. It's hard to say, really. So I could do both, get both of those. Obviously, we'll know, once the data download happens tomorrow, we'll know what medals we need anyway, so then we can just pre-farm them then. So, I mean, there's no actual need for me to, like, farm them right now, but might as well grab some of them, I guess. Actually, yeah, he's the worst one, isn't he? The old one. Yeah, Team Apocalypse, how's it going? Well, technically it's super early in the morning for me, so my day has only just begun. But what better way to begin than with a Dokkan early stream? Hopefully we're going to get some interesting news in 14 minutes. Because that's the thing is, if there's going to be any EZAs or anything that come out, they'll be in the data download / maintenance thing tomorrow. So unless they announce them tomorrow morning, they obviously don't like, nowadays as much as possible, they don't like stuff to get leaked by the data download, because they obviously know that the community looks at the data download stuff. So I still got the power level boost as well. This is me being pessimistic for no reason. I hope this isn't going to be the crossover spot for good now. Yeah, that would be awkward, because if more stuff comes out in the future for, like, any other crossover stuff, if it's always going to be right before Golden Week, it's kind of annoying. If I was Blue Evolution Vegeta's Dokkan event, where would I be? Yeah, the transforming Vegeta medals, I guess, are a possibility as well, but let's do the Marseillan one anyway, just for fun. You have to use a team of all types to get all the missions done, so let's do a heroes team just because we love heroes. So AGL, physical, in STR. Let me just need tech. Actually, hang on. Let's do you as the STR, God Trunks as the tech, because they link together quite nicely. And then the in one, we can just have you for the support, and then we'll throw you on there because why not?
All right, let's do this.
So yeah, 11 minutes until potential Easy A news. Remember that the new banner is going to be a Dokkan Fest banner, so there won't be any heroes units. There won't be any like none of the featured units will be like the Xenoverse Easy A's or anything like that. So that's the other thing, I guess, is they'll have to have their own like Easy A banner. Because there's not going to be a Part 2 LR. Like Nappa and Raditz were on the Part 2 LR banner because they got the Easy A's, but there won't be a Part 2 LR banner. So that means there'll have to be an Easy A banner. Because yeah, the new banner lineup will be interesting because it's going to be like there won't really be any. I mean, 21 might be on it if she's going to be the Easy A, because she's the only Dokkan Fest realistically that could Easy A in this celebration. So 21's probably going to be on the banner. And if 21's on the banner, that pretty much confirms that she's getting an Easy A as well. Because yeah, realistically, she's like the only. Let me look at the category again. She's like the only Dokkan Fest that's on it that doesn't have one, because obviously Bardock, AGL Bardock is on there. Let's go from the bottom upwards in terms of Dokkan Fests. We've got Super Saiyan 3 Broly, who obviously has an Easy A already. So could get a Super Easy A, so he could be on the banner as well. That'd be funny. Mars Saiyan isn't a Dokkan Fest, so he won't be on there, like featured anyway. Anyone else who's actually a Dokkan Fest? All heroes characters. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, but he already has an Easy A as well. So he could get a Super Easy A maybe. It's kind of early for him, although they did do UI Goku. Yeah, then it's 21. AGL Bardock is there because he's already got Easy A, so he's higher up the list. Yeah, so literally AGL Android 21 is the only crossover Dokkan Festival that doesn't have an Easy A. So kind of feels like a fairly safe bet that she's probably going to get an Easy A in this celebration. Because also she is old enough, I think. When did she come out? It wasn't until the very last day of November, but it was 2023. So she's not quite 3 years old because it's not obviously November again yet. But she's like 2.5 years old. So it's not too early for her to get an Easy A. There you go. We've got 3 different Blue Evolution Vegeta events that we could potentially need medals from. So Yeah, so I feel like 21 is getting an easy A. Let me get a base of a thumbnail set up here just for readiness. Because, yeah, I mean, I could still be wrong, but if the data download is tomorrow as part of the maintenance, that maintenance / data download is going to have any easy A's that we're going to be getting in it. So they're not going to want it to get spoiled by the data download. So I feel like that means they have to announce them today. Otherwise, we'll just find out from the data download tomorrow. But I could be wrong. It's rare, I know, but... Part of Power Kid Goku was October 2022 and he easy A'd last year for Saiyan Day. Yeah, so 2.5 years is definitely not too quick for these units to get their easy A's. And like I said, she's the only crossover Dokkan Fest, so, I mean, come on. Like, who else is going to get an easy A? And also, when else are they going to give her one outside of, I guess, a random android celebration? But so yeah, I feel like 21 is almost a shoe-in to get an easy A here. Hopefully they do the thing just for her benefit as well, where they easy A her banner unit, the physical Evil 21 as well, because otherwise I'm not really sure how effective her easy A will be. But the banner won't be out when the maintenance is over. No, the maintenance is tomorrow. Like, in terms of UK time, the maintenance is tomorrow morning, and then the banner is Thursday morning. But tomorrow we'll see stuff in the maintenance, so there should be the confirmation, because it should have pity, but that'll obviously be confirmed. We'll know if there's going to be a Seriously Serious stage, which with free tickets, which hopefully there will be. Yeah, all of that stuff will be confirmed tomorrow with the data download. Hey Joby, how's it going? Just did the burst mode 8k points run after watching your video. Never bothered to look up guides. So I'm happy to have. I'm happy to have, because I finally cleared one completely. Didn't have to use other units. Nice. Yeah, I know that the one I've seen a couple of people. I didn't even post my screenshot in the end of doing the 8,800 points one with like all the modifiers on. It's kind of crazy. Requires a lot of RNG, but it wasn't super difficult. Yeah, the hero seems so good for clearing through Dokkan events really quickly, because there's so many characters that have active skills. I finally have a cool title. Nice. What was my position on the World Tournament? Where did I finish? Or did I manage to just get back into the top 400? Or was I like 404 or something? But I got #1 local for the first time in a while. So I'll get 2 copies of the Chi-Chi. Yo, Massive G, how's it going? How you doing? How you doing? But yes, it's been quite a while since I managed to get #1 in the local. I had a real try-hard local last time. Well, I say local in general, but it was one guy. The guy who was #1 in my local was in like the top 50. So I knew there was no way I was going to get it, which sometimes is annoying to know that that's the case, but then I guess at the same time it's also somewhat reassuring because you know there's no point you grinding too much because you're never going to outgrind someone who's going for that kind of high position, so you don't need to worry about like going absolutely crazy because it's not worth it anyway. Alright, 1 minute. Let's see. Is it always Chi-Chi for the World Tournament? No, when they release a new World Tournament LR, it's that LR for 5 World Tournaments. So that everyone who plays, even if you only get 1 copy every time, you get enough copies to rainbow them. So I think this was the 3rd World Tournament where she was available. So it's going to be Chi-Chi 2 more times, and then it will be a brand new one. Hey, shout out to Joby for the follow over on the Twitch side. I appreciate you. My local was not grindy. First number 1 local. Couldn't get lower than 300 overall. Nice. Yeah, I did a lot of grinding over the weekend overall, including that last day, because I did a subathon event. And yeah, the Sunday, I started streaming at 4 PM on Sunday afternoon and finished just after 7 AM on Monday morning. So it was just over 15 hours I streamed for. It was a lot. Right. Oh, there's already a thing saying about new nodes being added to Dokkan Frontier. Interesting. We got the thing about the new Dokkan event. Oh yeah, that is true. We did know that already, didn't they? They said about the 2 stages one. That's it. Because the original data download, it said about like 2 new pages. And then when we got the thing, it was only 1 page. But... So there you go. There's a bunch of Marseillan and Vegeta and thingy medals. Right. Not that we probably need them, but... Free-to-play supervillain Jiren. Wait, really? Nice, okay. New quest mode. Seriously serious, so we will be getting free tickets for Vegeta. That's good. I don't have the units for it. I mean, you don't necessarily need the units, right? You can use the guest units. It is harder, but... That is annoying that there is no... that there's no easy A details or anything, but... What can you do? So how long is it going to be for this Dokkan? The new Dokkan database is the one I like to use now for like the news and stuff, but it doesn't seem to get updated as quickly as like Dokkan Info does. So I might just have to use Dokkan Info instead. Yeah, so that's already, again, so because there's going to be a supervillain Jiren free-to-play character, that's already another new crossover character. So for the people saying about, like, oh, the crossover team doesn't have any characters, like... we're already saying about the Easy A's and stuff, but yeah, now there's another character that's being added. And Jiren is a Realm of Gods character as well, so that's another, he's a crossover and Realm of Gods character for Vegeta. Okay, yeah, so the new nodes are going to have the Krillin Dokkan Awakening medals as well, because people were like, oh, we can't actually awaken Krillin. Alright, so let's... let me move the chat over here so I can record this news video. Have a merch cup. Someone said that the other day when they looked at the site. I think it's based on like your location, because someone said the t-shirt was sold out, but then when we looked at the link it wasn't. So I'm not sure if it's based on location. Right. So let me just make sure nothing else has been added or posted. So it's just those 3 news things. There's nothing on the thing. I should bring up the page for the maintenance as well, actually. Yeah, running Vegeta on the physical UI lead. Yeah, I can't wait to try him out on that Realm of Gods team. In fact, let me bring up a Jiren card as well, just because we've got the thing about the superhero Jiren, about the supervillain Jiren. Does it say full power? Yeah, Jiren full power ultra super villain. So if I bring up the full power Jiren that we already have, so we can see his like categories and stuff. All right, let's get this done then, shall we? Hey guys, Marsegan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we got some information in game this morning for the upcoming Xenoverse collaboration celebration. I was hoping we might see some details on what the Easy A's and stuff were going to be, because one of the things we were talking about on the stream is this is going to be a very short celebration. Remember, last year Golden Week started on the 28th. And this Xenoverse collab, as far as we're aware, right, it's not a dual Dokkan Fest, because we know we're getting a Dokkan Fest LR with seemingly 2 banner units. So Golden Week is still going to be a thing that's going to be happening, potentially in like a week's time. So this celebration for the Xenoverse collab is going to be very, very short, which means it can't have content spaced out over like 2 or 3 weeks. It's very unlikely to be stuff dropping like multiple days apart from each other. So hopefully any of the Easy A's that we're going to be getting, maybe they'll tweet out the news tomorrow, because both versions are going to have maintenance and then obviously a data download tomorrow. So maybe we'll see Easy A details tomorrow, but for now we do have some interesting news in regards to the incoming content in the game. So we'll go ahead and break it all down here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, keep up to date with all the Dokkan news. I will always try and let you guys know as soon as news becomes available. So we have the new Dokkan event coming soon for the Super Saiyan God brackets Ultra Super Villain Vegeta. New Dokkan event coming soon. Obviously, as a Dokkan Fest LR, he's going to need 35 of these medals from his own new event to awaken into a TUR. And then usually the case is he'll require another 35 medals from his own event and some medals from other events. And we'll find out tomorrow with the data download what all of those medals will be. Obviously, there isn't another God Vegeta Dokkan Fest. So my closest guess is it's going to be either maybe the tech gods from the 7th anniversary, because obviously that is a Dokkan Awakening medal that literally has God Vegeta on it. Maybe some of the Blue Evolution Vegeta medals from the various different Blue Evolution Vegeta Dokkan Fests. But we will know tomorrow with the data download. So if you're one of those people that likes to pre-farm medals, we will know tomorrow what those are going to be. And we obviously have those current missions available where you get a bunch of extra medals from all these old Dokkan Fests. So it'll be very, very easy and very fast to farm any of these older medals that he needs. So that event obviously is coming, and then of course the Mirror and Toa and the Xeno Trunks, who are his banner units, will require 35 of these medals. So if you pull this guy and both the banner units, you need to get like 140 of these medals in order to awaken them all, which will be fun. So then we have a breakdown here, information on upcoming content. So this is the thing, there's quite a lot of interesting stuff in here. So we've got a new story event coming. The Xenoverse 2 story event, where we can recruit an SSR full power Jiren ultra supervillain. So we're getting a free to play version of the ultra supervillain power up for Jiren. So this is very, very interesting because remember, as we've already talked about quite a bit on the initial stream, I've talked about it today on my stream, like a lot of people saying, you know, oh, Vegeta needs crossover allies, the crossover team is not in a good spot at the moment. But obviously, if they're doing a whole celebration themed around a character that requires crossover allies, we're obviously going to get a bunch of crossover buffs like Easy A's. Of course, he has 2 banner units. So we can already see here we're now getting also a free-to-play character. Now, free-to-play units can be hit or miss, that's for sure. But there's been some pretty good free-to-play units recently. So hopefully this Jiren will be good. If we go ahead and take a look over at an existing full power Jiren, right? Because the character that we're getting is Jiren full power and then brackets ultra supervillain. So he should be fairly similar to the full power Jiren that we already have in game. And bear in mind that Jiren, just like the God Vegeta, Jiren is considered a Realm of Gods character. So this free-to-play Jiren, just like the new God Vegeta, is going to be able to be used on a Realm of Gods team as well as the crossover team. So obviously he's not going to be on Universe Survival Saga, but he's going to be on full power. Obviously he'll be on Universe 11. I assume still Space Traveling Warriors. I'm not sure about Powerful Comeback because for this Jiren, obviously that relates specifically to the fight against Goku. So he probably won't be on Battle of Fate either, nor tournament participants or super bosses because he's not the super version. So it'll be interesting to see what his categories are going to be because he's going to have Realm of Gods, full power, Universe 11, Space Traveling Warriors, Defenders of Justice, although with the ultra supervillain power up he's probably going to be extreme as well, right? So he might not even be on Defenders of Justice, but when we look at the Vegeta, he's going to be on things like Corroded Body and Mind as well. So yeah, that is a good point. He probably will be extreme. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what the full power Jiren ends up looking like. So yeah, free to play, super villain full power Jiren coming for the team as well. So that's pretty good. Then we have a new stage for the Seriously Serious All Out 2. This is what we were hoping to see. So obviously this will be a new stage where you fight against the Super Saiyan God, Super Villain Vegeta, and we'll be able to get 7 free tickets to summon on his banner. I sound like a broken record at this point, but you guys know I have never pulled one of the new units from the free tickets. So being that I am the crossover guy, like, come on. Karma of the universe, like this has got to be the time, right? That I get the new unit off the free tickets. That would be very, very good considering I don't have a huge amount of tickets and I'm quite stones, and I'm quite happy to use all of my stones even right before Golden Week to get these crossover units. So this will be a nice time to actually have those free tickets come in clutch, but I guess we'll see. Then we have new quest stages being added already, which is cool. Stages 5 to 8 of Area 40 will be added to the quest mode. Now, it doesn't mention anything here about Chaozu getting his TUR awakening or anything like that yet, so I don't expect that to happen with this quest update. I think it probably would mention it in here if that was going to be the case, because it doesn't say anything about that here, right? And then the other big thing that it mentions is we've got new nodes being added for Dokkan Frontier. Now, we did know about this already, because when the previous nodes were going to be added, it did say about there being 2 new pages of fights that were coming. And when we got the most recent update, it was only 1 page. So we knew that the second update was coming like a week later. So these will be dropping as well. New nodes for the Planet Namek Saga Frontier. And then the Awakening medals to awaken this Krillin will be available. Because that was the other thing. He was in the data download and everything last time. So we were expecting him to get his Awakening when the new stages came out. And he did not. He will be getting them with this new set of stages that come out. So the Krillin Awakening will be available. I don't know whether this is going to go now all the way up to the end of the Namek Saga, or whether there's still going to be another update to come in the future. I know a lot of people think this could be leading with the timing of these stages releasing, that maybe this isn't the final set of Namek stages, and then Golden Week will be Namek Goku versus Frieza and the final stages come out during Golden Week. But I guess we will have to wait and see on that front. So interesting info on stuff coming out. No info on the upcoming EZAs or Super EZAs or anything yet. However, we do know that tomorrow on both versions of the game there is maintenance. So for the JP version, it's a lot longer. It starts at like I think 1 AM UK time and goes till 9 AM. And the global one is 7 AM UK time to 10 AM. So it's a shorter one on global that starts quite a bit later, because both versions are getting different version updates. So global is updating, as you can see here, to 6.0.5. And then JP is like one step ahead with one other thing, which I imagine, given the recent way that these quality of life updates have come down, probably comes out on global like next week or something. And that was the thing that I think True tweeted about like extra box space and being able to sell more characters in bulk and stuff like that. Just a very minor quality of life update for maintaining your box. So this maintenance on JP and global both tomorrow. So this maintenance should include the data download. So once the maintenance is over, the data download, the new version will all be in game, and we'll be able to see more information on all this stuff. So we'll know all the timings. We should see any EZAs or anything like that. That will all be in the data tomorrow once the data download has taken place, when the maintenance is finished. Because I'm still expecting, like, this is really cool. This is a good surprise, like a free-to-play new crossover edition as well with the full power Jiren. Out of all the characters that have the Ultra Super Villain buff in Xenoverse DLCs, very interesting to see Jiren. I can't remember, is there a Goku Black that has it? Because that would have been very cool to get. But yeah, Jiren is a very interesting character to be added in, because again, he also is on Realm of Gods, which I think is cool. But we'll get all the timings for this. I'm sure there'll be some EZAs. We were talking about it, the crossover category. AGL Android 21 is like the only crossover Dokkan Fest in the game that doesn't have an EZA, and released long enough ago that she's due for an EZA this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to have an actual Dokkan Fest EZA in this celebration. It probably is going to be Android 21. So there's still a bunch of crossover buffs that we'll still need to see. As I say, EZAs and stuff will probably be in the data download, so I would expect those to be revealed tomorrow morning, since they weren't revealed today. But I guess we'll find out, because normally they don't like stuff to be spoiled by the data downloads anymore, because they know that the community like sees all the stuff in the data download. So they don't like stuff to be spoiled. They like to announce it themselves. So with no EZA announcements today, I would expect to see those tomorrow. So let me know what you guys think. Are you looking forward to this celebration? Are you going to be summoning? I like the fact that we're getting the free-to-play, like we're getting another crossover in the mix. So we already know we're getting the new Vegeta, 2 banner units, and a free-to-play character. So we're already getting 4 new crossover characters. It means realistically, if we get a couple of EZAs, like even if they just do all the Xenoverse characters, like there's 5 summonable Xenoverse units. If they do all of those EZAs and they're all good, like that's enough units to put together a team. So hopefully we'll see that info soon. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Alright, so let's get that updated straight away. But yeah, that's cool. The supervillain Jiren thing is not what I expected. So I didn't even think really about the idea of there being a free-to-play character. So that's cool. Maybe I should find a picture of the Jiren supervillain. Put that on the thumbnail because. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Copy the image, put that in there. Alright, so there is the thumbnail. Call it Choose News, because it's Tuesday, and this is the news for Tuesday. How do we feel about the new Jiren? Yeah, free-to-play Jiren. I think it's a good idea. I'm glad that getting some more buffs for it. Rose supervillain. Yeah, dude, that'd be so good. If they easy, because that's the thing. If we're getting the batch of Easy A's that we're expecting to get, because that was the next set of Easy A's in line from the last Heroes celebration. Super Saiyan 3 Rose isn't one of those, but free to play super villain Jiren. New content incoming for the Xenoverse. Yeah, that would have been a really cool combination. It's just having the Rose supervillain and then Easy A Super Saiyan 3 Rose. Like, take it easy, Team Apocalypse. I appreciate you coming out. Yeah, let me get this posted here quickly. Jiren into the tags. Put that live. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock Super Easy A, I do think is a possibility, but I mean that's the thing. They jumped quite a lot of units to give in UI Goku a Super Easy A. So I mean it's not. I think it's not completely outside of the realms of possibility. I just think it's probably not super likely, but it's definitely possible for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Right, so let's put this here. Oh, that should be live now, so let me post the links everywhere. I put it in the chat. As always with these news things, even if you guys were here for the recording, as I'm sure most of you guys that are here still right now were, do open up the video, give it a like, leave a comment, let me know all that good stuff, how you feel about the celebration, the news updates, the info that we just found out, or even if you just put a comment to say hi that you came over from the stream. All of that stuff helps out the channel, getting those interactions in there nice and early. So let me move the chats back over here so we can put this back to normal. There we go. But yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Broly Super Easy A is also, I think, very much on the cards, considering he's, like, they've already done some 120 Super Easy A's, or I mean just the 2 Super Saiyan 4s, but yeah, they've already started the 120 lead Super Easy A's. So Super Saiyan 3 Broly absolutely is a possibility that's on the cards.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who's here for the stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Oh, we got Beerus. Guaranteed gold drop. But I swear, I made a tweet about this the other day. I swear every time Beerus appears and you get a guaranteed gold drop, you don't get one of the super cool god orbs. You get like level 7 super attack or something stupid. Like, let's see. Let's see how it works out this time for me. Let's see, do we get something actually good? Give me a really good extreme STR one. I mean, I'm probably not going to get 3 copies of the Vegeta, so I suppose it doesn't really matter, but... Oh, it actually is an extreme STR one, but it's level 7 crit. Well, that's kind of funny that it was actually extreme STR, but... level 7 crit. Wow, let's go. Oh my god, what a rotation. The Cyberman and the SSR Awakened, or the SR Awakened Kid Buu. The power. I guess the good thing about them not announcing the Easy A's, I kind of forgot we did that because it was at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But the fact that they didn't announce the Easy A's means I can still make the video later about all those custom... those custom Xenoverse Easy A's that we made on stream during the World Tournament. I forgot about that. Yeah, so there's no point really going crazy pre-farming medals. In fact, we didn't do the mirror one, and I need to do that before I record the video, unless I'm now out of stamina and don't have anything else to actually do. You can go ahead and take a look at that now. Because yeah, for those of you that were here when we were doing the World Tournament stream, at one point my phone died because it wasn't charging on the charging pad thing properly. So we had to do something else briefly. Trying to think which scene was I using? No, that's not it. Where's my Dokkan? Where's the Dokkan thing? There we go. Mira's an interesting one because he's got the 2 forms as well. Wait, what? No. I'm very excited for Mira. Why is it not loading the editor? That's weird. There we go. Very excited for Mira. I like his Super Saiyan 4 design. I like how, yeah, people always say Super Saiyan 4 Mira because he's like... I mean, I guess the design has got to be based on it because it's got the same kind of hair and the same kind of chest fur. But yeah, he's only referred to as... Is it just Super Mira? Actually, no, in Dokkan he's referred to as Mira Final Form. But I thought in Xenoverse it was just Super Mira, but I'm not actually 100% sure what the actual proper name of it is. Yo, Christopher, how's it going? Yeah, so I think, was it this one? It was, but then I took the phone thing off. Because we had a full screen one. Oh, I know, it was this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we basically gave all of them, when we did these Easy A's, we basically gave everybody a 150 lead, and then the secondary lead was like 120, I think. So what would Mira be? We did Time Travelers, we did Defenders of Justice. I think Power Absorption is probably a good one for him, even though it's not the best category, but... Hang on. Is that how you spell it? It's absorption, right? Absorption, yeah. HP attack and defense 150%, or physical types 120. Because I mean, it's not a crazy leader skill, but it's, you know, they're random sub-unit Easy A's. Like we're not expecting them to have like insane. We're not expecting them to have insane leader skills, right? Hey, Raudo, how's it going? Yes, I'm very excited for the Xenoverse units as well, Christopher. So I think a pretty easy way to do his super attack effect is he's already a stacker, but he only stacks before he transforms. So he should greatly stack because he's only going to stack for a couple of turns and then he transforms. So there's no, like, he might as well greatly raise. Also, technically, we should have done this for all of them, but technically for his super attack, we should have put brackets extreme, because they do that, don't they, for their supers. Yeah, feeling better, Raldo. I slept in until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and then was back in bed by like 10, so... Alright, so when attacking 12 or more key, attacking... So he doesn't actually have any starting stats, which... I feel like it's quite bad. Like, even for getting a buff when he attacks, that's still quite bad, I think. So let's do basic effects. Good, 150%, and then he gets obviously 100% when he attacks. And is stacking as well, because that's the thing with like easy A's. We've got to try and keep the spirit of the unit. That's what they try and do, right? So he's obviously not supposed to be a slot 1 character, but he's a build up kind of guy. And all characters in the same turn are extreme class, attack 30%. So we could do attack and defense 50%, and then he doesn't have any crit chance, does he? So let's do I don't know if I spelled that right. So you can just have crit chance thrown in with having the extreme rotation. For every super attack performed, key 1 up to 3. I mean, does he really need a lot of key? I mean, what are his key links? That's the big thing. Xenoverse, I think, gives key, which is funny. So does Fear and Faith. So he doesn't really need tons of key. Sad I missed the Legendary World Tournament stream. The hours you put in are insane. I don't know how you did it. It was tough, that's for sure, especially towards the end. Right, so how do I put in? I need to get an example of it up on here so I can check, because I want to give him builds up damage reduction with each super attack performed. So I need to find someone who builds up damage reduction, but it's like a permanent increase. Who does that? Oh, the GT duo, don't they? From, because it's more so just for the, I like it to be as accurate as possible. I want like the wording of the passive to be like exactly what it should be, right? Like exactly correct. So it's damage reduction rate. Oh. The damage reduction rate, and then it would be 10%, and then the arrow up. But it also has to have this on it as well. If he super attacks 6 times, he can get up to 60% damage reduction. We probably should give him some kind of additional as well, to be fair. Because he's a stacker. There's nothing worse than having an infinite stacker that only ever supers once a turn. So... I mean, I want it to be great. Maybe we should include that for the extreme, though. We should do launches an additional attack that's a high chance to become a super attack. And then for the extreme, if he's on a rotation with full extreme allies... Maybe he should just get one. So maybe you should just have that. So for every super attack performed, he gets key 1 up to 3 and damage. I mean, for the sake of bosses that lower like key and stuff, since his damage reduction thing is 6, we might as well just make that 6. Like, he's never going to need that much key, but it's kind of helpful against bosses that lower your key. So, it's not, like, completely useless. So, right, so, that's that. Now, the thing is, once he transforms, this damage reduction, like, doesn't carry over, does it? I'm pretty sure. Because that's the thing, is when he transforms, we'll have to give him damage reduction as part of his thing. So when HP is 60% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. It doesn't. Okay, good. Now, the thing is, with a stacking unit, sometimes you don't want them to transform straight away. So, I'm not sure. We should just leave that at 60% or less. Like, if you make it higher HP, people would, I guess, complain that it was worse. So, what I should do here is I should just add in or. If something just happens on a certain turn, does it just say, like, on that turn? Let me look at UI Goku. Because if we wanted to add in just from, like, it to happen on, like, turn 6 or something, right? So we would just add... Would it be worded like that? Where it's like... So that would just mean... Is that how they would word it? So it happens on turn 4 if you're at 60% less HP, or it just happens on turn 6. Because I'm not 100%. I just want the wording to be correct, but I'm not 100% sure how they would word it. Yeah, because Golden Frieza, for his active skill, for the exchange, it says or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. So yeah. Because yeah, if he's on turn 1, it means he's going to transform on turn 5, or if you're on low HP, or turn 7, which means he gets 3 turns in the base form. That's what you want, because you want him to stack, because all the stacks carry over to when he transforms. So there you go. I think that's pretty good. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty strong-ish for his starting form. He has a high chance to crit. On a 4 extreme rotation, he can get, with the hidden potential, 4 supers in a turn. He doesn't have guard, which I feel like people will complain about, but I mean, you can't give every single unit everything, otherwise they'd be too powerful. Maybe he can just have guard when he transforms, I don't know. But I feel like that's pretty good. Right, so then when he transforms, mirror final form. So his super attack continues to stack attack. So let's do greatly. Oh. Massively raise defense for 1 turn. I can see it being like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Man, these basic effects. Like this, you can tell this unit is old. Like, he doesn't even have any start of turn stats, which is just crazy. So attack and defense, 200%. He still has that because that was in his passive anyway. That was in his base passive that he had a high chance. Maybe that should just be great after he transforms though, actually, to be fair. All allies attacking in the same turn are extreme. Key +4. And then attack +50. We already had 50, so you had attack and defense +50% pre-transformation. Maybe the 200% when attacking is too much if he's getting the 50% extra from... Well, actually, maybe we could just make this 150 if he's getting... Because you're going to run in with extreme allies anyway. I just can't... I don't want to make the numbers, like, too high. Per extreme class ally on the team. Attack and defense. 10%. And then... We gave him, what? Was it high chance to crit? So, in his pre-transformation. So, chance of performing a critical hit. So, there's, in theory, on a full extreme team, there's 7 characters. So, if we did 10%, it would be 70%. If we did 15%, it means on a full extreme team, he would just have guaranteed crits, which, I mean, I feel like that's fine. Because technically it means on a full team of extreme characters, he would have 105% chance to crit. So even if you only have, like, if you have 1 superclass character, there'd only be 6. He would still have a 90% chance to crit, which I think is pretty cool. So that's fine. We also need to add some more stuff in here. So his base form, he builds up damage reduction with each time he super attacks. So... I think he should have... So we want to give him... I want to give him guard and some damage reduction, but one of them should be conditional on the extreme allies. And the other one should be just part of his basic kit. Because I don't want him to be completely useless on a team where there's no... where it's not like full extreme. So maybe his base effect he could have guard, and then maybe he could get damage reduction as part of the allies on the team. We could either do when all allies are in the same turn or extreme class, he gets a certain amount of damage reduction, or we could do the per extreme class ally on the team, he gets damage reduction. I'm trying to think what the good number would be without it being too OP. Because if it was 10% on a full extreme team, he would have 70% damage reduction, which with the fact that he also stacked in his base form would make him like insane. I feel like if he could get 70% damage reduction, like, would he not just be the best TUR like ECA in the game if he had 70% damage reduction, guard, like 400% stats, greatly raise attack and massively raise defense on super? Like, I feel like that would maybe be too good. If it was 7% per ally, that would be 49% on a full extreme team. Yeah, because on a full extreme, because this is 10% per ally as well, so on a full extreme team, he has 470% attack and defense, whilst also massively raising for the turn. He has an additional built into his kit. So yeah, I think if we gave him too much damage reduction, he'd be too good. So yeah, maybe 7%. Because then on a full extreme team, his damage reduction is 49%, which I think is still really, really good. Should we give him... The other thing I thought about as well is we gave Toa a when there's an ally whose name includes Mirror. Should we give Mirror... It would have to be in his base form version, but should we give Mirror a thing that is like when there's an ally whose name includes Toa? I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe like... high chance to... Imagine if it was like high chance to dodge. Do you think people would be mad if I made that his restriction? Like, he could have guard in his base form, but only when there's a unit whose name includes Toa. Do it. So yeah, he only has guard if there's a Toa, but the Toa's getting an easy A, and there's the Toa and Mirror banner unit, so you know. Plus, I mean, the thing is, he's a stacker that doesn't really need to have guard, and plus, then once he transforms, he just has guard anyway. So a character that has conditional guard before they transform and then guaranteed guard once they transform, I feel like that's not the end of the world, right? Because you're only going to have him in the base form for the first couple of turns, so you have the potential to have the Tech Toa or the new Toa and Mirror Banner unit on the rotation with him, and then he transforms and just has guard anyway, right? And of course, he carries over all the stat boosts from all of these stacks, like, while he's in his base form. So then once he transforms, he has the potential to be, like, pretty high in stats. And he's still greatly stacking his attack as well, with each super, which he can do 2 of, and potentially with the hidden potential do 3. So I feel like he's pretty good because with a full extreme team, he has guaranteed crit. He has guard and 49% damage reduction. So yeah, I feel like he's pretty good. You know what else he could have actually? When there's all allies in turn are extreme class characters. What's the temporary... Who's one of the characters that has the temporary extra damage reduction when getting hit with a super attack? Is it Rad? No. Is it Raditz? It's not, is it? Who has that? Because that's the thing. That is the thing that somebody has. When they get hit with a super, they get slightly more damage reduction. I'm trying to remember who it is. Is it Tech Raditz? It's somebody recent, I'm sure. Somebody recent has that. Why can't I remember who it is? Is it? No, it's not Nappa. Is it? Oh, is it the exchange Nappa? Who is it? No, it's not the exchange Nappa. What? It's going to really bug me. Because I want to make sure the wording is correct. Because I think it would be this. Damage reduction rate. So what is it? He goes up to 49%. So if we do 11% temporarily when receiving a super attack. Now, as far as I know, that's how it would be worded. So basically, when if he gets hit with a super, he has an extra 11% damage reduction, but only for that super attack. So that means on that full extreme team, right, the 7% adds up to him having 49% damage reduction. So on a full extreme team, he actually has 60% damage reduction if he gets hit with a super. But yeah, since I can't remember which other unit in the game actually has that thing. Proton, you must remember. Help me out. Who is it that came out recently that gets extra damage reduction but only from being hit with a super? Is it this Goku? No. Deborah? It's somebody recent, but I don't remember who. I'll just give up at this point, I think. I think that's how it would be worded anyway. Because you got to have the word temporarily in there, because otherwise it means every time he gets hit with a super, he just gets extra damage reduction. Which would be insane, but... That's alright. Don't worry about it too much. I'll be ending the stream in a minute, and then basically once I've saved this will be the template that I'm going to use for the video that I do later. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how, like, that looks about right, right? Proton, like, if you saw that in a passive, that looks about right. Damage reduction rate, 11%, arrow up temporarily when receiving a super attack. So it just means when he gets hit with a super, he gets an extra 11% damage reduction, but only for that super attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, that's our custom mirror. Probably is the best one out of all of them. I feel like he's pretty good. So let me download these. And yeah, that'll be a video that I make later today for the custom Easy A's, because we made a bunch of them, like I say, we made a bunch of them on the stream at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning on Sunday during the World Tournament when my phone died. But all right, so let's put those back on there. Spooky Friday game we'll be playing. Oh, that's a good point. I did the schedule and then didn't actually upload it yesterday. I'm not going to do a spooky game on Friday specifically because I don't have one in line, but I am finally going to be starting to play Detroit Become Human. It's a game that Little Blues wanted me to start playing for ages. I've seen loads of stuff about it. It does look cool. So I've put that in the schedule for this week. But yeah, yesterday was all kind of... I was still very tired yesterday. Like I said, I slept in until like gone 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then... But we had a very chill afternoon. And then I was in bed by 10 PM. So... But yeah, let me get this posted. I put it in the Discord. Let me get it posted on the community YouTube community tab quickly. So schedule for this week. Sorry for the delay. Because yeah, we're going to start playing that. That'll be late stream tomorrow. There's no late stream today. We'll start playing that on the late stream tomorrow. And then early stream on Thursday morning. No early stream tomorrow, but early stream on Thursday for the stuff, because the Xenoverse banner comes out on Thursday morning. So. Alright, just make sure they didn't post anything at 10, because it's 10 o'clock. Oh, good. Alright, so... that is going to be it from me. I appreciate you guys coming out. So yeah, maintenance and data download tomorrow morning. Like I say, the global maintenance is at the time that I would normally stream. So I wouldn't be streaming tomorrow morning anyway. But I will be here ready for when the data download finishes. Technically, the JP one will finish first because their maintenance finishes an hour before. So it'll be about 9 AM UK time. There should be info on... stuff like the confirmed time of the banner and all that kind of thing. So obviously I will make a video about that tomorrow once all that details come out in the morning. So yeah, that's it from me. I appreciate you all coming out. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, give a follow if you're on the Twitch side. Like I say, next time I will be live will be Thursday morning for when the Xenoverse banner comes out. Hopefully we all get some good luck. Maybe I'll finally get the luck off those free tickets. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's it from me. I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.